Why couldn't you save her? I mean, this is what you do.
I tried. I really tried.
Imagine you make a new medical show, one with a main character who is deeply suffering from his past, his present, and his looming future. There's a mass shooting, he becomes increasingly overwhelmed throughout his shift, loses his surrogate son's girlfriend in the process, and is constantly reminded of a traumatic event that took place on the very same day. Now you're renewed for a second season. What catastrophe or challenge do you give this hero next? Another crazy incident for the ensemble to take care of? Yes, you implement a technological shutdown, but your main character can handle that. He already proved that he could handle the first season of disaster upon disaster with a little sprinkle of deep-seated trauma and loss. So what else? You give him an opponent, a classic device for new interactions, a way to reveal more about who this person is and what he will do next. This being even more necessary because your entire show takes place in one day. How many crazy things have to happen in order for you to showcase the personality and traits of each character? This opponent is simple, yet enticingly complex. A woman who he disagrees with? Well, we already saw that with his resident Dr. Mohan and former lover/colleague senior resident Collins. Dr. Robbie being foiled with a strong independent female doctor is no mystery, but what does make for interesting TV is a woman who's on his level. Is he even used to this, in his own ER I mean? Dr. Robbie seems to be suspicious of change, not necessarily completely opposed, after all he has to transform with the times, but Dr. Baran al-Hashimi is not only alright with change, but she has an all-out love affair with it.
No, I think it's just kind of endearing. Pretty damn accurate.
I would argue the opposite. I think subconsciously it affects those who work here. It also lowers expectations, which in turn lowers patient satisfaction.
This is a doctor who's not just calm in the same way Robbie is, but she's eerily calm. She compartmentalizes the gears and springs of being a doctor by setting aside specific time for her students to learn, rather than forcing them to learn on the job like Robbie. Both approaches are obviously fine, whatever gets the job done. Hey, I'm not a effing doctor, but Robbie is rattled by her, and I can tell why. We don't know very much about this man. Much of my lore of him is from the plethora of fan fiction that's out there. His parents died when he was young, he was raised by his Jewish grandmother, he treated his ex-girlfriend's son as his own, his best friend is presumably Dr. Abbott. How long have they really known each other? We don't know. Is he from Pittsburgh? Who is he really? But my hypothesis is that Robbie's extreme need for control over his ER is due to the emergency department being the center of his life. We watch Mohan struggle with this behavior at the end of the first season, and many fans see her character as a mirror to Robbie's, very similar in their stubbornness and work ethic. Robbie has no wife, no kids that are entirely his own, he doesn't take enough time off, until now of course with his 3-month sabbatical a day away. In real time it's 12 to 15 episodes away, aka hours. When a job as high-strung as this one is what helps you get through life, you're bound to bump heads with anyone that dismantles that. Running the ER in a big city like Pittsburgh allows Robbie to prevent himself from thinking too hard, thinking about what he set aside in his life to make room for his medical career. What does he even really want? We don't know for sure. Al-Hashimi has a strong air of confidence, not ego, which Robbie is accustomed to, but true feminine confidence without arrogance. She has her life together, rather than running on old oil that's been burned down for decades. Has Robbie gotten help in these 10 months? Probably not. Another thing, Al-Hashimi embraces her new boss Gloria. Domineering and a comical villain in Robbie's story, this woman represents Big Pharma, the higher-ups, companies, and the government, money even. Everything that prevents healthcare workers from doing their jobs in a way that will actually help people. And is that Gloria's fault? Obviously not. Yet Robbie still treats her sort of stiffly, acting as if her requests are a personal attack on him. And I don't condemn him for hating the business side of healthcare. It's a huge issue in America. But he tackles the people that work above him completely differently than the new chief attending. Hashimi is already very accommodating to Gloria. She wants to meet people in the middle, take initiative by writing entire plans to implement later.
In turn, lowers patient satisfaction scores.
You've been talking to Gloria.
Yes, and she agrees with me.
Don't doubt that for a moment.
Their optimistic versus pessimistic attitudes towards medicine are really jarring. Robbie's a product of a lot of people's attitudes if they were put in this position. He's been doing this for a long time, supporting everyone as the head of his department, being burdened with delivering bad news to families, saving lives, and losing dozens. His traditional form of leadership works, and it's kept everyone afloat. Robbie's a complex character. He has flaws and issues and isn't very willing to do new things, but he's also incredibly empathetic. except there was a sneak peek of his allegedly unempathetic attitudes in future episodes of this new season that I can't personally attest to without having seen the episode first.
You're a very empathetic soul, but this is the ED. It's not for the faint of heart.
What do you need to get some basic empathy back?
And I'm curious to see where his character goes, and what sort of effect both he and Al-Hashimi will have on the rest of the staff, and what this shutdown will bring out of the two very different attendings. Seeing what I'm seeing, so Mr. Rob here, I wish I had, oh perfect, a pen, okay. Rob here, right, he is at his desk, okay, so watch what happens.
Before 3 o'clock.
Watch.
We need to run some tests.
What kind of test? Who is he talking to?
Yeah, deal, brother.
He's talking to Abbott, brother. Boom! Boom.
Hello?
Hi. I know you're crazy busy.
What was that?
But I figured we should really go over a few things before.
What is happening?
Sure. Where would
Now, I don't want to give any more. Either she has some form of neurodivergence, just like everyone else in this show, or something is setting up here. Now I know they're rivals, right? There's lots of tension, but I'm telling you guys, I think that this is a sort of a allegory to heated rivalry. And something